I don't know, maybe prepare some questions, I think.
Okay, if you don't have questions prepared, I can give you questions. It's like a examiner and candidate thing. Do you want that?
Okay.
Okay. So which part do you want to answer? Let's say part 1, is it the cue card or the part 3 questions? Which one? You can choose.
I think we should work this in order. So let's start with part 1.
Okay. So what we do here to accommodate everybody, it's okay now because there's only you and me. But if there are, let's say, 4 participants, I limit it to just one part for a start, and then we can go back to whoever came first and we can start with another part. Do you know what I mean? But now it's okay. It's okay. Well, let's see how much time we have, and we have Mansi now joining. So I'm gonna do you first and then Mansi after.
Okay.
Okay. So good. You want to start with part 1? Or do you want to introduce yourself first? And then we can start with part 1. Okay, I have a question. I have my part 1 questions for you ready. Let me know if you're ready. I'm ready.
For me? Okay, yes, I'm ready.
You're ready. All right. So, okay. So my name is Rita Miles, and I'm your examiner today. Let me start by asking you your name. So can you tell me your complete name, please?
Yes, sure. My name is Arwa Mustafa, and I'm from Sudan. I'm 25 years old. Just graduated from medical school and planning to travel abroad. So mastering the language is basically one of my short-term goals, you can say.
Okay, excellent. So can you hand me your identification, please? Just pretend.
Okay, here it is.
Okay, let me check. All right, looks good. So now let me start by asking you, do you study or do you work? I know you just mentioned it, but it's just like to go through the questioning.
Yeah. I'm working currently at a hospital. I'm doing my internship in pediatric, and it has been like 4 months since I started working there, and I think this is it.
All right. So tell me about where your accommodation. Do you live in an apartment or in a house?
Okay, I'm living in an apartment. It's with my family because I know this may be strange because for you guys, when you get like 18 years or something, you probably start to have your own living and start your own life. But here in Sudan and in most Arabic countries, we tend to live with our parents for a little bit older age. So I'm still staying with my family. We live in an apartment and I'm pretty comfortable.
Okay, sounds good. Okay, just a short. I just give you some tips about part 1. I'm not sure if you're familiar with the test already. Part 1, part 2, part 3. So part 1 are questions about you, like personal, and part 1 answers are shorter than part 3. So when I say shorter, you say yes or no, and then support that. Just one, let's say when you support, you can just add 2 sentences. So let's say 3 sentences, 4 sentences, all in all. That's all for part 1. Okay? Just a tip. I don't know if you are familiar with the test. What we do here is for you to know, also familiarize the common questions, familiarize the setting, the system. Okay, so let's move on to the next questions. Now your next questions would be about arts, okay? Or art. Are you good at art?
I'm sorry, I didn't hear you. Can you repeat that?
Are you good at art? Like drawings, paintings? Are you good at it?
Actually, I'm not. I do like art and maybe encounter certain artists and their work, but me personally, I don't have that gift.
Okay, sounds
but
good.
I do enjoy it.
All right. Always remember 3 to 4 sentences. Max is 4 sentences for your answers. Okay? So did you learn art at school when you were a child?
I wouldn't say we learned art, but yes, we did have some drawing classes and so, but they were just something for fun, nothing professional.
Okay. Next question. What kind of art do you like? I think you mentioned that in the beginning, but just specific. What kind of art do you like?
If you can consider music as a type of art, I would say that I prefer music to paintings and so on, because I can easily relate to that, given the fact that I'm not really good at drawing and so. So I'd say music, yes.
Good answer. But do you know the collocation music and art? So I know that music is art, but I don't know about, I question that phrase, because I don't know if you agree with me. Music and art, have you read that somewhere? It's sometimes like that. Titles maybe. So yeah, I know music is an art. Like those musicians, they're called artists because it's an art. So I don't know, I get so confused with that too. All right, so your last question, Arwa. Have you ever been to an art gallery?
I haven't really been into a really well prepared exhibition or something, but I did participate in one minor club event. You can say that people demonstrated their personal paintings. I mean, they weren't an artist on on a national or professional level, but they were good somehow. So
okay,
yeah, I think this is.
Thank you, Arwa. You did well. So let's accommodate 2 more participants. But we'll take Mansi. Arwa, you mentioned about your time zone, and it's G+2. Do you realize? Do you realize that now? What time is it now? Right now?
Yeah, it's 6:30 p.m. Yes.
Okay. Yeah. So I was right. I was calculating because you told me.
Yes, I got it wrong.
You got confused. I get confused all the time too. All right.
Yes.
So, okay. So let's have Mansi and Mert. We're gonna listen to them because they're gonna play like examiner and candidate, and they take turns. They switch after. So Mansi and Mert, are you ready, guys?
Yes, ma'am.
I'll just be here like a fly on the wall.
Hello, guys. I'm ready.
Hello.
Hello, Mansi.
Yeah, Mert. Yeah, I will ask you questions for this part 3.
Okay.
Okay, what are the popular types of advertising in today's world?
Could you repeat the question, please?
Yeah. What are the popular types of advertising in today's world?
In modern age, we have many different types of advertising, and one of the most popular of these advertising is occurred on social media. Most companies prefer to give advertisements on social media profiles, their social media profiles. I think it's a very effective way of advertising.
Okay. What type of media advertising do you like the most?
As I mentioned, I think the advertising that's given on social media is the best way of present your project, and that's because people usually use social media. People use social media regularly in these days, and giving advertisements on social media is very effective. Would be very effective for giving advertisements on these platforms.
Okay. Do you think advertising influences what people buy?
Sorry, you can.
Yeah, do you think advertising influences what people buy?
I think in these days we are exposed to many advertisements. For example, in TV and in the internet. Because of these advertisements, people usually are affected by these advertisements, and they tend to buy what they see in the internet or in TV. That's why I think advertisements are effective on people to buying things, for buying things.
Okay. Is advertising really necessary in modern society?
In my opinion, it's not necessary that much, because a good presenting a good can be easy sometimes. If your good is, if your consuming food is has a quality in some, if it has some good aspects, and it can be sold without advertisements. That's why I believe that advertisements are not necessary that much.
Okay. Last question is there any advertising that can be harmful to the children?
I feel that some advertisements can be harmful for children. Some companies may give advertisements, may give some violence in their advertisements. because of this violence in these advertisements, children can see this violence on TV or the internet, and their psychology can affect these advertisements badly, negatively, and that's why some advertisements can be harmful for children.
Okay, my round is finished.
Okay, Mansi, thank you.
Okay.
Now it's your turn. Which part would you prefer?
Three.
You can turn on your cameras, guys, if you like.
Sorry?
You can turn on your cameras if you are comfortable. I allow you to turn on your cameras.
Okay. Mansi, I will ask you some part 3 questions about friendship.
Okay.
Your first question is, what kinds of people do you like to be friends with?
Okay, that's a very interesting question. Oh, well, talking about me, I feel I prefer to keep friendship with such people who are, of course, not only kind and polite, but they should be very true from their heart. In the sense that I don't believe in being myself surrounded by multiple friends or by groups and groups of friends. I would rather prefer 2 or 3 friends or even one friend, but that friend has to be very true from the heart, and he needs to help me at times. He needs to understand me till the end of my breath. This is what I believe. So this is my definition of friendship.
Okay, and next question is, do you prefer to expand your social circle or be friends with a small group of people?
Yeah, similar to the first question, I really do not believe in increasing my social connections, which are just virtual. I don't believe in expanding them more and more. I rather prefer to keep small groups or keep very minimal friends who are quite honest and who really know the definition of friendship, and who understand, by which we understand each other. And I believe in keeping friends wherein not much expectations are there from both the sides, and there is always mutual understanding, and where a person can guide me in a proper way. At the same time, vice versa, I can also guide the next person in the proper way. So I believe in keeping more small but qualitative friendships.
Okay, and next question is, do you think that friendship is important for people to be happy?
Yes, I believe rather than materialistic pleasures, I believe a good friendship makes life very, to some extent, it makes life more smooth. In the senses, no matter, we may have a lot of material pleasures or a lot of material things with us, but if we don't have, what if we don't have somebody to, at the end of the day, to talk to share our worries and our happiness with? So yes, I believe that a friend needs to be there, to whom we can share our daily talks, we can share our ins and outs. So yes, I feel that keeping like good friends are more important at the end of the day. It's all about relationships and better relationships.
Okay, and your last question is, would you say anyone in your family is also your friend?
Yeah, that's a great question. Yes, I really don't need to rethink on this. I feel my mother, she is my best friend and she will always be my best friend. And not only that, but she will be my role model as well. Because amongst the people who I have met, I feel that she is able to understand me more better. Of course, because like since my birth, I know her, and as well as she also knows me. But I always feel that not only in my life, even in everyone's life, a mother is the first best friend. She can understand us more better. So, yes, the one and only friend of mine is my mother.
Okay, Mansi, that's the end of your part 3 section. Thank you.
Okay, thank you.
Okay, guys, so let's go back to Arwa for another set of questions. So, Arwa, do you prefer the cue card or part 3 questions?
Let's go with the cue card.
All right, so I just sent it to our group. That's the cue card that I prepared for you. And then I'll give you 1 minute to prepare. So have you seen that one I just sent? It says,
Yes.
okay, describe a meeting you remember, going to work or university or school. You have the bullet points too. All right, so now you start with your 1 minute preparation and I will tell you when to start. Is that okay?
Okay.
All right, your 1 minute preparation starts now. So YouTube, while Arwa is preparing, I can say hi to everybody. And then come back here. So I'm gonna message Mansi and
Ma'am, I think you're mute.
yeah, I'm just talking to myself. Well, I'm talking to my YouTube.
Okay.
I didn't really say anything for the group. Thank you, Mansi. But I want to say you did a good job with Mert. And okay, so your time
Thank you
starts
so
now.
much, ma'am. Thank you.
Okay, Arwa, 2 minutes starts now. You can start speaking.
Okay. A meeting that I would like to describe is one that I attended like 3 to 4 years ago, I think. It was held in the university. It was part of a regular meeting for a charity organization, and the meeting was about it's a charity work. So the meeting was about organizing and preparing for a medical mission that one that provides some medical services to the urban to the rural areas. What made that meeting very memorable is that it was my first, and it seemed like an impossible mission to accomplish. Actually, what we were talking about, and how this mission can see the light and be able to serve all those people in need for medical treatment and medical advice. So it sounded like like it's like impossible at the time, but when it actually we did it after that meeting, and the mission was successful, and it helped around 1 to 2,000, I think. So it made it a really memorable experience, and made that meeting like it was the light.
Okay, just about time. All right.
Amount of ideas.
Yeah, no worries. I did that one time too with the examiner, and he tried to gesture like continue, continue. That means that my 2 minutes is not up yet. So, and I didn't even understand what he wanted to say, but he couldn't say like he couldn't speak because it was recorded, right? And it's not good for him to tell me, okay, you have to continue because yeah, you just that's I think.
I bet that was a disaster.
Well, yeah, I was so surprised because he gave me 7.5. That was my first experience, and I never knew about IELTS at that time. Well, I did some research on YouTube and the system, how it will go, but yeah, it was. But I was happy he gave me 7.5.
Yeah, it's a pretty good score for a first time.
Exactly, and can you imagine? I stopped, and then when I finally realized what he wanted to say with his gesture, then I started talking again, and I think 2 or 3 words into my sentence, and the time was up. Oh boy, that was really okay. So, what do you think about? We have Ryan. We'll welcome him shortly. So, I'm just curious, Arwa, have you booked your test, or you're waiting? You're taking your time. Is it gonna be your first time or not?
I actually did my first attempt last January, and I got 7 in speaking.
Oh,
But
good.
yeah, I want more, and so I'm trying to. I haven't booked yet for my second attempt, but I want to be ready when the time comes.
Okay, that's good. So, have you familiarized yourself with the questions already, like common questions? I know that IELTS would ask about accommodation, about your hometown. Um, do you remember what were your questions for part one with that test?
I can't really remember because it has been a year now, but I think there was something about a family trip or something, and there was a little bit of questions about the hometown and my village or something like that.
Yeah, that's pretty common. Hometown, your weekend, and yeah, family, things like that. All right, so if you have time, we can always go through those questions just to familiarize them, and hopefully you will feel more comfortable speaking about those topics for question or for part one.
That would be nice. Yes.
Is it a good time for you? Because I know it's 6:30 p.m. So normally it's just finishing work, but your line of work, I think, it doesn't matter with the time. You will have like around the clock. So
yes, I you meant today?
Yeah, well, I mean, like most of the time, is it a convenient time for you, the 6:30 p.m.?
Some of the days of the week it would be appropriate, but some of others it won't be exactly the good time. Actually, now I just got home from work, so.
Okay. Well.
But other days, like for instance Thursday, Friday, I'm staying at home the whole day, so it would be good.
Okay. So I only host Friday, but Mert here, he's gonna take his test soon, so he likes to have, I don't know, some cultures you don't like men mixing with the women, I totally understand that. Just let me know. I won't pair you with others who you don't feel
No.
comfortable because of culture.
No, it's totally okay with me.
Okay. So yeah, and I wanna be there too, even if it's just like I'll fly on the wall, because I'm also busy. So you can also pair with others just to. But I think your time, if you have not booked yet, so it's not like you're really trying to catch up
In a
time.
hurry, yes.
Yeah, you're not in a rush.
Yes.
So yeah, take your time.
Mm.
I like to take my time too. All right, so let's welcome Ryan. Ryan. And
Hello, ma'am. How are you?
yeah, good. I'm good. Thank you, Ryan. Oh, so what do you want to do? We have only 10 minutes left. Do you guys want to just have conversation? Just take a break from questions? Maybe we can talk about IELTS and your preparations. Let me know.
I don't know about the others, but I just want to talk about the writing section because it was really my setback. I got 6.5 in.
Oh,
Yeah, and I don't know. I'm still stuck. I don't know what to do to improve that.
I can give you some tips, but yeah, my group is mainly for speaking.
Yeah.
I want to keep it that way because because writing and other stuff, they really need more time. And here with the speaking, I tell everybody to just collect all information they study about speaking, words, vocabulary, collocations, grammar, and everything. Collect those, study, review, and then we come together here to execute those learning. So this is the main purpose of this group. You study, collect all what you have learned, and then because it's different when you study, and it's one thing to study, and it's another thing to really practice it.
Right.
Yeah, and
Yes,
here
yes.
is you practice, and that's all I can offer for this because, life is
Yeah.
it's like
I got you.
a rat race. Okay. So you guys, what about you guys? What do you want to do? Do you want to discuss writing too? Mansi, Mert.
It doesn't matter for me.
Yeah, fine, ma'am.
Do you have anything you can do? I know I'm gonna review my writing because like I told you, I'm in a course with the IELTS Advantage and I've got lots of lots of information and tips about writing. But yeah, okay, Ryan, do you wanna say something?
Yeah, actually, regarding to writing test, I can suggest one thing. You should watch different YouTube videos, especially Liz's videos. She's so meticulous, and if you write according to the point, then definitely you can achieve 7. But it's difficult to get 7 in writing, and I stuck at 6 and 6.5. But my last attempt was good enough to get 7. But actually, it's difficult to predict, and this test will evaluate your standard from every aspect, and it will test your vocabulary, grammar, and overall everything. So it's difficult, but you should watch some videos from IELTS Liz.
Okay, that's good.
Also,
Thank you.
You can look at the IELTS Advantage website.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, they have lots of
There are
free.
many essay structures that you can use?
Only problem is this idea generation, like how to get
Yes.
ideas. This is the biggest issue.
Yeah, you have to write, whatever
It takes my
comes to your
time
brain.
very
Yeah.
much.
Yeah, that's why when it comes about generating ideas, we should read as much as we can.
Yeah. So reading is important.
Here
Yes.
is another tip, and I know this has been a game changer for many. I don't know if when you took your test, if did you review, like I mentioned this before already, that every time you write one sentence, go back and check the spelling, check the if there is an article that is missing. Let's say I want or let's say the house is beautiful, just an example. So did you put the instead of just going house is beautiful? And that's just an example. Most of those missing articles, a, an, or the, or other demonstrative, like any words that is missing because you are rushing. I don't know if you understand what I mean, because when I write, that's also sometimes I would see that, oh, the word find is not there, and I have to insert that. So and that's really that would bring your score down if you miss one word of your sentence and then second sentence, and even though the examiner would understand that, oh, I think this is the word that she meant, but if it's not there, that they will mark you down. So I don't know. Can you tell me, Arwa, did you review your writing before you, like, thoroughly, or you ran out of time?
Actually, at the test, my writing experience was so good. Like I felt I will definitely get the 7, but then I was shocked by the result because I most of my practices I didn't finish in time and didn't have the time to review my answer, my essays. But in the actual exam, I did have the time, and I checked my spelling mostly. I could have missed some things because of the stress and all, because I only had like 3 to 5 minutes left. But yeah, I did my review check, and I don't know what really brought my score down.
Well, that's good. So yeah, that's good that you had time to review, because most of the time that's really, it's not that you don't know how to write, or yeah, other candidates don't know how to write. They're good with their spelling, their grammar, but because of silly mistakes, like missing, not able to review, then yeah, the score is a disaster. It's not the score that you desire. But this is a simple thing to correct. So I think, Arwa, you don't need that, but maybe something else. Let's see. So I can give tips from time to time about writing. And you're right, you guys, about idea generation. That's also my weakness. It's not easy. And what I learned from my course is that you just keep writing, thinking about the question, keep writing words, phrase about it. Let's say, for example, the question is, some people say that young criminals should be locked in jail, and while others say that they should be rehabilitated. Do you agree or disagree? So you can write about young people, juvenile, just keep writing, and then after that you go back to what you wrote and try to put them together, and then you can start writing. But first, I think you have to say, do you agree, or which do you agree or disagree? So first you have to determine whether you disagree or you agree or disagree. You just pick the one that's more comfortable for you to explain. And don't say maybe or I agree with this, but I also kind of agree with the other. Just pick one. It's easier for you to explain. So I think we have only less than a minute, and you guys can say whatever. So Ryan said try to evaluate your essays by some experts. Yeah, you're right. I think this is important. Yes.
Yes.
Mm-hmm. All right. So
can-
yeah, Mert.
You can get feedbacks from any teacher, or
Mm-hmm.
it's really okay for your score.
Yeah. All right. So we're gonna see you next time on Friday. See you guys on Friday. See you YouTube. Bye for now.